will brighten your day. Tech training, oh, let's get it on. Every Thursday we'll be learning till dawn. Join the fun, don't miss out. Tech skills growing, that's what it's about. Tech training, oh, let's get it on. Every Thursday we'll be learning till dawn. Join the fun, don't miss out. Tech skills growing, that's what it's about. Tech training Thursdays, come join the ride. With our tech team leading, we'll take it in stride. Every week's an adventure, we're ready to thrive. Tech training Thursdays, where learning's alive.
Welcome everyone. Today we have a great lesson for you on Nearpod, the live sessions versus a self-paced lesson with Olivia Marquine, our wonderful CIT from Santos Livas. So Olivia, I'm going to let you go ahead and take it away.
Thank you for joining us. Let me get started. Like she mentioned, we're doing Nearpod live session versus self-paced session. And I thought a good jumping point would be to go over some of the features that we have on Nearpod so that you are convinced and you're excited about using this tool with your lessons. Here we go. Like she mentioned, I'm Olivia Marroquin from Santos Livas, and I teach pre-K 3 now, and I'm the CIT for my campus, and that's my contact information. And you can also reach me on Teams, olivia.marroquin. Oops. Like I mentioned, we're going to begin with the Nearpod features, then we're going to go into the Nearpod live lessons, and then the student self-paced. Okay. It's not, okay. So like we mentioned, Nearpod is one of the amazing tools that our district is providing for us. And as such, there's different ways to access it. One of the easiest ways is to get into the interface and sign in with the Google account. Hi, good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Let me continue. I have a child here, so she's, say hi. Hi. Okay, now be very quiet over there. And like I mentioned, one of the ways to access it is to log in through the interface. You go to nearpod.com and you log in with your sign in through Google. That is not the only way to access it. Another way to access Nearpod is to log in through Clever. So you go into the Clever website, and it's one of our apps in our library. So you just click there, and it'll take you straight to the login page, and it'll connect you. Another way to access it is as an extension, actually. So one of the things that you can do, and it's very beneficial, is that you can use it with lessons that you've already created on slides, and it'll allow you to, if you go to extensions, like it shows here, and you're going to click on Nearpod, and then it turns your actual Nearpod, your slides into, it opens a version of Nearpod, and you can add the interactive components to it. And once you are in the Nearpod, you're able to see that you have, first of all, your personal lesson library. And another thing that it lets you access is once you do start assigning lessons to your students, it allows you to generate reports from the lessons that the students have already completed. It has a little tab where you are able to access sub-lesson plans. So if you need something for you're short on time and you need something and things are already created for you, it's a quick resource there. I do want to point out that there's not just the Nearpod library, we also have access to school and district library, which means things that our own colleagues are creating are available. If they share them, they're available through that tab. And of course, the Nearpod library, which has thousands and thousands of lessons. And of course, I want to mention that one of the partner features that are available is the vocabulary, and it's further down in the drop-down. So basically, if you were to come to Nearpod, it would log you in, and this is what I'm talking about, the school library that has lessons, like I'm from Santos Livas, so lessons from here that are created by my colleagues, and then district library that has many more resources, and it's grouped into the subsections such as elementary and high school. And of course, there's the Nearpod library that has tons and thousands of lessons available for the students. Now that's just how to access, where you can find lessons. One of the components in the lessons is the availability for quizzes. So you are able to check the student's understanding, and those would be available in once you select your lesson and you download it and you're able to edit, and you can add them there, and you can also create your own slides, a slideshow, different things such as a sway, and also more features that are available that I'm very excited about are the interactive features such as videos and virtual field trips. So those are things that can be uploaded into your lessons, along, like we mentioned, the checks for understanding, like the quizzes, the multiple choice, draw it, fill in the blank, and matching pairs. And everyone's favorite, time to climb. There's also discussions available, which you can do a collaborative board, a flip, a poll, and open-ended questions. So like we know, there's many features that can help us enhance our lessons. Now the difference between the live lessons and the self-paced would be that the live lessons it's real-time interaction. These are lessons that you create or that you use, and you're able to make sure that your students log into them. So they would, oh, I can't. Debbie, let me unpin this.
What are you trying to get to?
I'm trying to get to the tab behind it, but I can't.
Oh, you can actually click on those tools at the top and drag them to the right or to the left.
There we go. I was like, where is it?
Yes, I know exactly what you're doing now.
Um, sorry about that. One of the things that in order to make it a live lesson, they would just come up here and join a lesson code. So you would share your lesson code with them and they would be able to join you. And the beauty about it is that it is real-time interaction, but they wouldn't be able to deviate from where you're at. They're not going to go into other pages that you don't allow them to, and they're basically going to stay on track with you. They'll still be able to access the interactive elements such as your time to climb and your collaborative discussions, but it'll be when you assign it, not like in the pace that you're going. They won't be able to get ahead. And of course, it's a great way for us to make sure that we're integrating our content and our technology into our lessons. Now, the great thing about live lessons is you can actually in your teacher dashboard see the student participation. It shows you exactly who's answered and what their responses are. And it allows you to track and assess whether or not they're understanding what you're telling them or what you're teaching them. And it's so easy to use, and that's one of the great things in our live lessons. They're basically an amazing tool. So if you come in here and you were to join a lesson, then you'd be able to, and I wish I would have shared a lesson that and joined so that they could look like I was a student, then you'd be able to see who's on the lesson. But basically it keeps track in your dashboard. The benefits of having a self-paced Nearpod lesson are that they're able to access it at their leisure, or you can assign it for homework, or it can be something, an enrichment or a reteaching tool, something that the students can access later. Like I mentioned, you could post this in your Google Classroom, you can share it on your team's classroom, and they'd have access to it, and they'd be able to navigate through it on their own. It still will have access to the interactive elements that you've already implemented into the lesson. However, like I mentioned, they'll be able to do it at a different pace. They don't have to be with you. They're able to access it later. And the beauty about this is it gives flexibility for students. Sometimes we have students that finish earlier, or sometimes students take longer, and they're able to work through the lessons at their own pace. However, it allows you to still track their progress, and it allows you to still have live data for them to make sure that they're understanding their lesson. So, okay, part of the the dream team. Nearpod has amazing features that can enhance new lessons in our slides and that you may already have in your Google Drive. And then the Nearpod live lesson allows you to join in with a code, and it allows teachers to control the pace and provide opportunities for crucial checks for understanding. And the Nearpod student pace allows for your students to still participate in your lesson, but gives them the flexibility to be able to review, internalize, and interact with the lesson at their own pace. They're all great tools, and it just depends on which tool you're choosing to empower your students with. Like we say, everybody learns different, so having different options for your students is a great tool for us as teachers to make sure that we are allowing them to continue with their learning. Any questions?
I don't see any questions in the chat.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, but if you guys think of anything, let me know.
Thank you, Olivia. I know Nearpod is a great tool, and either to use as a live lesson, and you're on the spot right away, you know what the kids are engaged in, what they know, what they don't when you're doing those checks. And then the self-pace is a nice way too. Like you said, they're able to kind of go through at their own pace.
So if we have like a meeting, I know that we're trying to like incorporate different things in our meetings. And I've used Nearpod before, but when I saw that different option, I'm like, okay, well, which one's best? But maybe in a meeting, it would be better the live then?
Yes, in a meeting
Right,
it would be
okay.
better than live. And if you wanted to assign like a pre-read or something like that, you can do the asynchronous one, and then you make sure like, oh, they did complete this. And then you would
okay.
provide a discussion to kind of check for understanding. That's what I would give them homework. Give them homework.
Get some ideas as to how, and then I would be able to track it, right? You said that I would be able to track it.
Yes.
Before I did it. Okay.
Because the minute they join your lesson, whether it's live or asynchronous, like they have to, it picks up their email, it picks up who they are, and then you're able to track on your teacher dashboard everyone's progress.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see, okay, what other things. I think I like the live one. Yeah, I think because usually what we do is that we'll have questions like midway and things like that. But I always use, like you say, the time to climb. When you said it, I'm like, oh, I want to change it. I always the same way. So
I'm guilty of, like, they love the time to climb, but I'm like, no, we need to do other things.
Yeah, I'll try different. I know, I know you made me. I'm gonna try different ones because well, I always try that. But thank you, Ms. Marroquin. I just wanted to see like the difference between each one. It was nice seeing you.
Thank you so much for joining.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Debbie.
You're
I'll be
welcome.
back.
And when you're doing the live, you can also like, there's a feature at the bottom where you can actually turn it into self-paced for like a few slides if you need them to jump back and forth. So you have that flexibility of controlling the slides or also like opening it up a little bit to them if that's needed.
Oh,
And
okay.
I know you guys give door prizes sometimes, so it's kind of fun with that time to climb that whoever wins gets the door prize.
Yeah, no, we do. We're real big on activities now. Like we're trying to change our trainings up a little bit more interactive. So I think, yeah, we're going to be using them. So I'll be logging in. I just want to get ideas. Like I told them, well, where else would I be able to? Like, okay, well, let me log in. I saw the newsletter. I think Valentin sent it. So I'm like, hey, let me see what I can, just change it, try something different. So thank you, Ms. Marukin. I really appreciate your help.
Thank you so much.
Nice seeing you. Bye. We'll see you.
Bye. See you, Karina.
Bye. Nice seeing you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia.